Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Over the past few sessions, we have explored how data is prepared, analyzed, and used to build predictive systems. Today, we shift our focus to the heart of machine learning itself, the machine learning models that power these intelligent systems, and the properties that make each model suitable for different types of problems. In machine learning, choosing the right model is often just as important as having the right data. Different models learn in different ways, making different assumptions and offer different strengths and limitations. Understanding these characteristics is essential for anyone looking to apply AI and machine learning effectively. Today's session will provide an overview of some of the most commonly used machine learning models, along with the key properties that influence their performance, interpretability, complexity, and real world applicability. Rather than viewing machine learning as a collection of algorithms, we will begin to understand it as a toolkit where each model serves a specific purpose. Guiding us through this important session is our esteemed mentor and speaker, Dr. Meher Chand, whose expertise in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computational sciences continues to help learners connect theoretical concepts with practical applications. With great pleasure, I invite Dr. Meher Chand to kindly lead us in today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, dear Face, for a nice introduction, and welcome to all the participants once again in this ongoing workshop. And many things about the machine learning model we have discussed, but the today's session is more important because there are various models which we are required to implement for our model machine learning, specifically when we have the data set. Okay. And some more advanced techniques, just like what is RNN, DNN, okay, and CNN, ANN. So artificial neural network we have discussed, and with we have some more concepts which are required to discuss here to implement the model when you have the data set. So how you can get the data set, and whenever you have data set, how you can study what type of the techniques and the process is required, how you can understand the data set. In the past 2 3 sessions we have discussed with by using the real data set yesterday, and next day we used the real data set. Okay. And yesterday also we studied some features about how you can import your real data set in your file, whether it is in a CSV file, Excel file, CSN, text file, or JSON file. So file doesn't matter, but the thing is how we can read the file by using Jupyter Notebook, and along with we have different IDE are there for Python. Okay, so we choose Jupyter Notebook so that everything which we want to present, which we want to teach, and along with which you want to learn, we can control all these things easily. Once when you are able to use all these things, then we can use other IDEs or the uh, Python environment, you can say. By using, we can easily demonstrate. Okay, so here, this is very interesting machine learning model cheat sheet I have created here. And in the cheat sheet, you can see what are the applied conditions, properties, advantages, limitations, use cases. So all these are presented in the single file. And when we have all these in the tabular form, when in that particular case, we can easily understand, we can differentiate also uh, between the relationship between the models, how one model is differ from the other. Okay, so this cheat sheet which I have created for you will help you for the better understanding. And also, this file will help you to choose the model according to your data set. So, some of the algos which I told you yesterday, we will start. Okay, but after that, today when I spent some time, I thought we can make these content more easy. if you have some pre-information about the models. Okay, so this will reduce your efforts, but increase your better understanding. Okay, so before that, if before using this model directly in the Jupyter notebook, the file which I have already shared with you, if we go through about all these conditions which are printed in this cheat sheet, okay, this will help you about the implementation of the models. Okay, implementation of the model is not a big task. Okay, but which tool we are using for the which type of the task and whether we are choosing the appropriate model or not. So these things also very important to choose the model according to your data set, and then analysis, accuracies, and the methods which we have discussed yesterday also again very important. So uh, when we are working on the machine learning, deep learning models, so in that case, we have to keep in mind various type of the deep understanding about the models, about the test, okay, and then their interpretation, comparison, many things we are required during the experiment. But all these can possible only if we have the understanding and we are familiar about the algos and their properties. So let's discuss very first you can see we have the linear regression and in the very first in the beginning we use this model. Okay. And in the second column you see the problem type where you can apply this model. In the third column you will find the applied conditions when to use. Okay. So the conditions are there, key properties in the fourth column, then best use cases. Okay, examples are there where you can apply. Okay, where these models has been applied. Okay, best use cases are also there. And then last two columns, you can see the advantages and their limitations. Okay, so very first we have the linear, and this can be applied for predict continuous numerical values. And what are the conditions? So linear relationship between the variable, target variable is the continuous, independent observations, no strong multicollinearity, and normally distributed residuals. Okay, so these are the conditions. Again, when these are the part of conditions, but when you will use, so what are the normally distributed residues? Okay, what are the multicollinearity, independent observations, target variables? So some of these terms we have used during our study, but more understanding about all these concepts again very important. So what are the key properties? Simple interpretable model finds fit best fit the line, minimize error. Just we are using SSE or MSE. Okay, we can minimize the error by using SSE or MSE. Then best use cases you can see house price prediction, sale forecasting, temperature prediction, revenue estimation. And what are the advantages? Simple to use. Most important thing is we can easily use this model. Easy to understand, fast training, and highly interpretable. So everyone, when we start to learn the machine learning models, okay, linear regression is very simplest model, and everyone without having more effort can use this model. Then limitations cannot model nonlinear relationship sensitive to outliers. Okay, so these are some limitations. And in the second model, you can see the logistic regression. When we can apply, when we have the binary outcomes, predict the binary outcomes. Okay, when we have only true false, in that case, we can use logistic regressions. And applied conditions, binary target variable, we have and independent observations, large sample size, you can have very large and no saver particularity. So the same you can see in the linear regression, we have some similar conditions in the second one. Uh, use sigmoid function. Okay, we can use also from the graph you can see in the logistic regression. So this graph is also associated with the sigmoid function. Okay, so output will be probability and linear decision boundary. And use cases where you can apply just like disease prediction. Okay, so whether the disease or not, we have only two options, true or false. Then we can use for spam detection, whether the just like for emails you can see sometimes we have spam or not. Okay, customer churn prediction, just like we presented the model yesterday. Okay, the same this logistic regression we have applied there. We tried all the models in customer churn model data set. We try to use all these models. Okay, so that we can have some insight. But along with there is some more studies whether the model which you are using is applicable or not. Okay, sometimes training is accurate, but the other side, when we observe that that is not appropriate model for that data set. So these things, comparisons and cross metrics also again play very important role to understand all these things. Okay, so the thing is, as much you have the deep understanding about the concept, you have the better interpretation, you have the better way how you can choose the model and their insight, and again the testing of the model, whether the accurate or not. So all these things are will take some time to understand, to implement, to analyze, okay, and to choose the model. So this is a cheat sheet which I have shared with you. Okay, will help you to differentiate one model with the other, and specifically their classification and the applied conditions specifically, which is very important. And you can see the some advantages also. Simple and interpretable probability output, and fast training. Training is also very fast or high. And the limitations you can see in the last column, not ideal for the complex data, assumes linear decision boundary. Okay. In third test, you can see we have naive Bayes. Okay. So when you see logistic regression and naive Bayes, both are used for classification data set. Okay, for predict, but there is a small bit, a small difference. Logistic regression, we have the binary values, binary outcomes, but here we have the categorical classes also. Okay, in the second database, we have categorical classes. So see the difference between these two, both are for classification, but dataset is different. The purpose is different. Okay, so this point you have to keep in mind while, and this will help you to choose the model. And applied conditions feature approximately independent to work well with the text data. Okay, text data means just like you have true false values or the okay, just like we have the category data male female. Okay, sometime we are analyze sentiment analysis poor. You can have four options: excellent, um, then intermediate, average, poor. So when we have this type of the values, in that case, this model we can apply. Okay, so based on Bayes theorem, okay, we have studied Bayes theorem and probability. Okay, assumes feature independent, fast, and efficient. So these are the key properties of this model. We can use the model for use cases. You can see email spam detection, sentiment analysis. Whenever we need, we use this model. Okay, news classification and document categorization. Okay, in the document we have only the text. So to categorize, we can use naive Bayes model. So the advantages are that extremely fast, requires less data, effective for the text mining. Okay, if you need a text mining, we can use this model. And what are the limitations? Strong independent assumption, not suitable for complex features. Again, we have the k nearest. So when we will apply, we are required to understand what is the meaning of k n or k nearest neighbors. Okay, so the abbreviation is KNN. Classification, uh, use and regression we can use for predict class value based on the neighbors. Okay, so what are the in the second column a priority conditions? So small to medium data set we can use similar instance have similar outputs and features properly scaled. So these are the some use case. Okay, and what are the key properties? Instance based learning, no training phase, and a distance metric base. Okay, so all these we have in this cheat sheet, and you all easily can go through all this cheat sheet. Okay, so I will provide you, but these models which you can see random forest, decision tree, KNN, sport vector machines, SVM, gradient boosting, and XGBoost. So all these are we can use for machine learning. Okay, and some features will be different, a difference, and some can be same, but depend upon the data set. Okay, according to that, you can see the conditions, use case, examples. So when you will go through this entire cheat sheet up to 9 models. So all these are associated with machine learning. Okay, then for the artificial neural network, okay, which we have studied in the very beginning, but also we can use artificial neural network. So we can use the artificial neural network for classification and regression both. Learns when we have the very complex data set. Okay, so in that case, the above models sometimes don't return appropriate value according to our need. But artificial neural network, when we apply, this have more accurate, less efforts. So when you can apply, when we have the large, very large data set. Okay, large means very large data set, complex non-linear relationship, and sufficient computational resource. So these are the some conditions, and we have multi-layer perceptron, learns hierarchical feature, universal function approximator. So when we apply artificial neural network for the very complex data set, in the beginning, when we present an example, so in that case, we don't use any hidden layer. But here we have multiple layers. Okay, so one is the input layer when we have the input values, and last we have is the output layers, and between these we have is the hidden layers. Okay, so we can have 1, 2, 3, or 4 hidden layers. So in the entire we have multiple layers when we apply this artificial neural network for the very complex data set. But these multiple layers depend upon the data set and their some type of the conditions, and we have to decide how many layers are required to develop our model. So these things we can learn by doing the experiment only. Okay, experiment and testing. So this is a little bit complex when we apply for the real data set. So where we can apply use cases, pattern recognition, we can apply in the healthcare prediction, financial forecasting, speech recognition. Okay, so these are the some use cases. And in the key features, advantages, learns complex relationship when we have complex data set and we want to find it some relationship between them. So artificial neural network is very suitable and highly flexible. And what are the limitation? Requires more data. Okay, So in small data set, this will not be applicable. So we apply when we have very complex and large data set. Only then artificial neural network will return more appropriate values, accurate values. Okay, for the less small data set, this is not applicable. Less interpretable and computationally intensive. Okay, so these are some limitations. Then we have the 11 is CNN, convolution neural network. Okay, uh, when we have the deep learning concept and we want to implement deep learning, so CNN is very useful, designed for image and grid data set. Okay, so when you have the data set, just like image data, video data, spatial feature extraction, large level data set. Okay. See in the image here, this is the first layer. Then we have the second layer, third layer, fourth layer. So these are different layers of the data set, grid data set. Okay. So you can see this is the first grid, then second grid, the third grid, the fourth grid in this way. So this model is very useful. Okay. And here you can see the you can see in the second, third column, applied conditions. What are the applied conditions? Where you can apply? You can apply when we have the image data. Okay, when you have the image, that is automatically we have three layers: red, green, blue, according to their color. Video data we can use, and special features, large labeled data set. Okay, so here we have the convolution layers, feature map and pooling, translation invariant, and in the what we can extract. Okay, best use cases you can see image classification. When we have the data is related to image data, so we required their classification. Okay, object detection, medical imaging, and video analysis. So these are the some examples where we can apply CNN. Okay, and advantages: exceptional image performance and automatic feature extraction. So these are the some advantages, and disadvantages you can see in the last column: required large level data and computationally intensive. Okay, 12th and 13, these are two last also, again very important. So this is RNN, recurrent neural network. When we can apply, when we have the data set related to sequence, work with the sequence data, sequential modeling. In that case, we can use this technique. And just like we have the time series data, sequential information, variable length sequence. Okay. And what we can do, hidden state carries memory, handles sequence suitable for time data. So mostly when we have the time series data, in that case, we can use RNN, and very useful. For example, you can see the stock prediction, language modeling, speech recognition, weather predictions. Okay, weather is also associated with the time. Okay, so these are the some examples. And the last advantages: captures the temporal dependencies, work for sequences, and vanish grad limitations, vanishing gradient problem, difficult to train long sequence. Okay, and for the when we have the long sequence, in that case we can have one more technique which is developed: long short term memory. Okay, and abbreviation is LSTM. So when we have the long sequence data, so this is also the deep learning technique, handles long sequences. Okay, so examples are there: long sequences, time series forecasting, long-term dependencies. Okay, then we can have the memory cell gate, solve vanishing gradient, learn long-term patterns. These are the use cases: weather forecasting, okay, traffic prediction, financial forecasting, sensor data analysis, and you can see the advantages and limitations. And as long-term dependencies, more accurate than RNN. Okay, this model is more accurate when we have the very large data set, and deep learning we are going to apply. But it will take this introduces slow training. For the training, we are required a lot of time, requires more computational resources. Okay, so to apply or to train the model, we are required some high features machine. Only then we can apply all these. Okay, so during this workshop, uh, ANN we have discussed. Then we will cover some deep learning concept. I will try to cover all these three: CNN, RNN, LSTM. But I granted that I have used CNN, RNN, but long short-term memory, this I will use first time. So I'm not sure if I have the suitable data set to implement this one, because some dependencies depend upon machine, my computer, whether my computer will support or not. So I am not confirmed about this last one. Okay, so this is the entire sheet, and some time we are required to spend upon this sheet to understand the properties, conditions, their features, application, use examples, so that we can have the understanding about all these things which we are going to cover, which we are going to implement. Some of them we try to use one or two models we have applied, but the file which I have shared with you, Jupyter notebook file, which is available for you along with the data set. Okay, so about first 9 models we have applied there in that. But the thing is, just we are required to execute, we are required to implement, we have to see the outputs, then we are required to test the accuracy. Okay, so the output when we have, we are required to interpret the outputs. So any question related to this sheet? I think the sheet is very quite simple. And when you will get this file, you can easily differentiate, you can easily understand all the concepts which are inside. Actually, this sheet will provide you the overview, all type of the techniques which we can apply for machine learning, for deep learning, for CNN, RNN. Okay, and the last technique you can see LSTM. Okay, some new techniques are also developed which are latest and which are exist only in the papers. Scientists who are working in their area. So there are two types. Some scientists are developing the technique to make more accurate, and some people who are not from the computer background. Okay, but they can apply. They are applying in their domain. Okay, some are from the healthcare science, some are from the medical science, some are from mathematicians, some are from agriculture, physical science, chemistry. Okay, any domain you can have. So all these peoples who are not from the background of mathematics and computer science. So these people just need the information about the model, and which model is can be more suitable for their application part and how they can use. Okay, so this cheat sheet which I tried to cover to develop, this will help you in very short time better understanding about all these models. And now, once some type of these models, when you will be familiar about all these. Okay, uh, so when we will apply and apply for the Jupyter file with data set with you, okay, and the all the models implementation is there. So when now when you will use try to execute these models in your system, okay, and keep this file along with you. So before applying one model, read that particular model, their conditions, their concept, use cases. So this will enhance your skills in minimum time, and lot of time you will save. And keep this file along with you, and forever this will sheet this sheet will help you for your learning, for your implementation, and in minimum time you can extract the idea which model you can apply. Okay, so the other part, the comforting part is quite simple. Just the thing is to choose the model, appropriate model. Okay, also at the bottom you can see we have the quick model selection guide. Okay, you can see on the left side the problem type, which type of the problem you have, and which type of the model you can apply. Just like a house price prediction, you can use linear regression, you can use random forest, you can use XGBoost. Okay, this is diagnosis. You can use logistic regression, random forest, ANN, spam detection. You can use nav based logistic regression, customer return. You can use logistic regression, random forest, XG. Okay, so according to when you will be familiar, and come at the place according to the problem which model you can use. So this again help you for the better choose. Okay, and data type versus best initial choice. The second table is also again will help you for the better understanding the proper use. Okay, and last also you can see the golden rule for model selection. Okay, start simple and move complex. Okay, always try to use simple model. Then you can increase the complexity. So this will help you better understanding. And at the same technique we are using to teach these models. Okay, so we started from very simple and now we are going to the complex models. Okay, so all this thing, the entire file is very useful to all the participant. Okay, so the content which we are presenting, I saw one message in the chat box now. Someone is saying, sir, all these daily lectures are available in your YouTube. If not, request to share by Google Drive. Yes, dear. All the lectures right now are in the live stream. Okay, so we are not required to upload there. So these are available in the YouTube channel. I will make it the playlist. Okay, in the playlist, in the sequence, you will get all the lectures. And after the session, I usually share the link of the same lecture in our WhatsApp group so that some of the participants are not able to choose the attend the lecture, so that after the session they can cover these content. Okay, and along with the content which I am presenting day wise, I upload in the Google Drive so everyone can easily access, they can use. Okay, so this file I will upload there also. Okay, any more question, please?
Yes, sir. In this, you mentioned about LSTM, no, sir. As I've seen in the literature, we have some kind of bi-LSTM models are also available. Can you differentiate between these two?
Which one?
Bi-LSTM. Bi-LSTM. In this 13th one is there, no, sir?
Okay, okay, by
Long-
elective. Yeah, by elective, we don't need, did not introduce here.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are for the beginners. Okay, there are so many models has been developed right now. Okay, but here the list which I create here only for the beginners, not more complex. Okay, so right now I am not able to differentiate the model which you are saying. Okay, So I have to study first, then I can do. So without reading, I'm not able to differentiate right now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Also, I did not use that method, that model, which you are saying. So when we are implementing, we are using, because according to our area, every people have different area, and for different tasks, we are using different models. Okay. So there are very less people who are working on the deep learning, but most of the people are working on artificial neural network, or you can say machine learning models. Okay, these are easy. But sometimes when we are using CNN or RNN, okay, in the case of CNN, you can see the image data or video data. So this is very heavy, and you can say the large machine is required. Okay, so in the simple machine, we are not able to use all these technique. Okay, so in the machine learning model, we can easily do in our system. But for the larger data set, we are required large machines. Okay, so sorry for that model I did not use. But if you need to differentiate, I have to go through the model, only then I can do.
How your friends now?
Yeah.
Your mom.
Tums, please. Do you have any question? Tums? Okay, please
Sir,
tell me.
can you explain a generative AI, sir? What about generative AI?
Generative AI, just like machine learning, just like ChatGPT. Okay, from the data, we can generate some model. Okay, just like we can develop a model. You can see the example of ChatGPT. You can see the actually what the ChatGPT is doing. She is
Sir.
generating some information, just like a Grok. Grok is also, as we are putting some information, according to that, they are generating. Okay. In these days, the latest model of ChatGPT, you can generate the images according to your prompt, your requirement. Okay. And also, you can generate text, you can generate videos. So these are the examples of generative AI. We can train based on some techniques. Okay. So in the coming,
Auto encoder, GANs,
yes,
transformers.
yeah,
These are comes under generative AI, sir.
yes. All these are the examples.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can train, we can develop. In the coming days, within 1 month or after the 1 month, we are going to start workshop on
Yeah.
generative AI tools. Not the tools, how we can develop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how we can develop ourselves. Okay, and what techniques are required, and how these are work, and how you can just like personalized tool you can develop. Okay, how we can personalized AI tool that will work for only you.
Sir.
Okay, just like what I have done in my mobile WhatsApp. So there one feature is developed right now. We can personalize the information, and whenever anyone contact, they will reply according to my suggestions. Okay, so my mobile WhatsApp in my mobile is completely trained now. Anyone when try to text me, my mobile will automatically reply them. Okay, so in the same way, we can develop a personalized technique which will work for us. Okay, and you can see the chatbot. Chatbot is also one. There is the example,
Yeah.
and we can develop according to our personalized. Just like we have our institute, and these days admissions are going there. Okay, so we are required a lot of information, and sometimes the peoples who are sitting in the admission cell don't have all the information. Sometimes they can skip anything. Okay, so whatever in one particular institute have the facilities, the services, their fee structure, course, course curriculum, all the things which are organized in the one particular system, we can develop a personalized
Chat.
chat box. Okay, so whenever any new user will come there and we don't know the particular from any people from anywhere, when those will come to that platform and they have multiple questions, so that will automatically reply simultaneously many people. Okay, so individually when we come to one client in our institute, so only one person can deal with that particular, but by using the chatbot, one chatbot can you can say deal with the many people at the same time. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
many simultaneous queries can be handled in very less time, and once the chatbot is trained, which is personalized for one particular institute, so this also we can develop. So behind this, what the techniques are going there, how we can develop, how we can train. Okay, and by using the Python and some of the techniques which we are studying, just like we have studied the ANN, CNN, also machine learning models. Okay, so these will help you to develop that type of the particular machines we can do. Okay, so these we are going to cover in the coming sessions. After this workshop, we plan to organize. We got some queries from the participant and they are very eager to see this type. Okay,
So
I
please
see. Yes, please. Any
give
question?
one example.
Yes, please.
Sir, for all algorithms, you give one example. For example, classification, regression is there, no, sir?
Mm-hmm.
You give one application using Python, sir. And then,
Yes.
yeah, for each algorithm, you provide one application
Mm-hmm.
using Python. Then we can easily understand the code and
Yes.
application.
I will. Yes. This is in the next lecture.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
when we have some type of the data set, okay, so we can use for the classification.
Yes, sir.
So by the example, you can have the better understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. So any more question, please? One participant, ICT NAEC. I don't know this is the name of the institute or name of the person. I think this is the name of the institute. We would appreciate if the lectures video. Yeah, dear participant, the video lectures are permanently available anytime you can access. All these are lifelong accessible. Okay, so the content which we are developing will be available forever. So just you are required to come to the right place. I will provide you. Okay, don't worry.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Anil Kumar.
Yes, Anil
One
Kumar
more
ji, how
thing
are you?
I want to, sir, one more thing I want to convey, sir.
Yes,
As
please.
I am a researcher, so I'm working on some kind of deep learning techniques, sir. So
Okay.
in that I came across, as I just now asked you regarding BLSTM, like I
Mhm.
when I referred some papers, there it is represented as two kinds of methods are combined and saying as hybrid method. So
Yes.
can you throw some light during these lectures on that also? It will be helpful, sir.
Okay.
Just kind of a like introduction, like.
Okay. So yes, we can try. We can try. I will provide you some example
Thank you, sir. Thank
for
you,
the
sir.
hybrid. Okay. So you can send me all these queries on my WhatsApp. Okay, so that I will keep in mind, and I will otherwise I will forget. So this will be problem. Okay, so
Sure,
just
sir. Sure,
you
sir.
will
Thank you.
send your query on my WhatsApp number,
Sure,
and
sir.
I will try to cover in the coming sessions. Because without having the code or the example with the data set, these are useless. So when we have the right data and with the application part, then you can have the better understanding.
Yes, sir. I will send the details regarding
Yes,
this.
yes. Please share some detail. So accordingly, I will prepare for you, and this will help to the other participant also.
Sure,
Also,
sir.
I
Sure,
request
sir.
to all the participants if you have the queries. And one more thing, our purpose is not to cover only the workshop. Our purpose is to establish the connection. Okay. After the workshop, also you have any challenge, any problem, you can reach out us.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. sir.
Okay,
Thank you
we
so
will
much.
help you. Okay.
Thank you,
So many participants are connecting with us after the workshop. Also, they are asking some queries. Okay. So beyond this workshop, during this workshop, we have many participants, and some of the participants are asking the queries which are not related to this workshop. Still, we are helping. We are trying to help them. Okay. So our network is very fine, and resource persons, we have about 10 persons who are working in this area. Okay, so all are doing very well, and they have many expertise in different domains, including also quantum computing, quantum AI, quantum machine learning. So these areas also we are working. Okay, so this is a workshop which we organize is very important for very beginners. Okay, so don't worry, we will help you. Any more question, please?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the mobile number is going to be same as we registered.
You are getting all the informations by from 0053 last 4 digit.
Okay,
This
sir.
is my personal WhatsApp personal number.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you can send query to me. So there are the group admins. You can send to anyone. I will receive. Okay. So now what you can do? Now this is the assignment for you now. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yes. So I stop to share and I close this file. Yes. There are some questions in the chat box. Okay. Sir, all these daily lectures are available. Yes. Himania saying this cheat sheet is very informative, provide a basic overview. Okay, and there are different applications. Thank you, Himania. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you. So now the thing is, I am sharing my screen once again. Yes, this is my system. And yeah. So now you can see all the models which we discuss in cheat sheet. Okay. And you can see here logistic regression, Gaussian NB, decision tree classifier, random forest, KNN classifier, SVC, okay, and XGB. So all some of them are here. Now, you must actually from this place. Yesterday I promised that we should start from this place, but now I'm saying you should try to work on this. Okay, all the things are on your desktop, and about these models, all the information I put in the cheat sheet, which is available. Okay, so open the cheat sheet, read information about this model, and follow the steps. Okay, which are same. Step 1, identify the feature type, then pre-processing, Then we are required to column transfer. Then we are the combined preprocessor with the classifier, then fit the model, and then we have the value. These steps will be there in each model. Okay, then check their values and the confusion matrix, read them, analyze them. So please try this file yourself. I know there will be some questions maybe there. Okay, but I let this file for you. If you will go through all this, you will have some time now. Okay, after this session, I'm going to close this session now. Okay, so you have three files. One is this Jupyter file, second is cheat sheet, and third one is the PDF file which I shared yesterday. Okay, PDF file. So this file will help you the better understanding about all these concepts. Okay, and a little bit you can further interpretation of this part. Okay, sometimes if we are not able to understand about all these things, then you can help from generative AI tool. Just like yesterday I told you, you can integrate ChatGPT for the interpretation and for the detailed information what we have after the output values. So this is all about this file, and you must cover. There will be some queries when you will apply. Okay, I think one part is missing. That is the application part from your side. So now you should try all these. These are limited methods are there which we apply here. Models only 5-6 models are there. So this will take only 1 hour, maximum 1.5 hours. Okay, to complete this file. Okay, so the questions which you are facing, either you can send me or we can discuss before starting our next lecture. Okay, so this is all about the today's session, and all the things from my side is over. Any question? If okay, I will check the WhatsApp message. Don't worry, I will check it. So thank you to all the participants. And now, dear friends, we can conclude the session. And Dr. Professor Jacob. Just a minute. Yeah,
Hello,
Dr.
Prof.
Phil Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah,
We meet.
good.
Yeah, we meet after this meeting. Okay. So the session when it will open, then we will connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Prof.
dear face, please. Yeah, please, dear face, you can conclude the session.
Yes, sir. As we conclude today's session, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Meher Chand for today's insightful discussion on machine learning models and their properties. Today's session provided a broader perspective on the machine learning landscape, helping us understand not only what different models do, but also when and why they are used. By exploring their strengths, limitations, and underlying characteristics, we gained a clearer appreciation of the considerations involved in selecting the right model for a given problem. One of the key takeaways from today's discussion is that there is rarely a single best model. The effectiveness of a machine learning solution depends on understanding the nature of the data, the objectives of the task, and the trade-offs involved in the model selection. I would also like to thank all participants for your attention, questions, and active participation throughout the session. Your engagement continues to make these discussions more interactive and rewarding for everyone involved. We hope today's session has strengthened your understanding of the foundations of machine learning and provided useful insights into the models that drive modern AI applications. Thank you all and have a pleasant evening ahead.
Thank you to all and good night. Professor Jacob, I will share the link again with you. Okay.